Hey everyone, welcome to the reading for today. We're going to see what is going on right now. What does everyone need to know about? It's a collective general reading. It could be past, present, or future. Okay, you will know best how it resonates for you and where on the timeline it fits. So let's just see what's going on today. What is the current energy at this time? Let's see. We have the Tower in reverse, the Queen of Wands in reverse. A Knight of Cups, the Empress and the Moon. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck we have the Eight of Wands, and then at the top we have the Sun. So something is coming in quickly. There's quick energy that's moving, okay? But somebody is trying to avoid a catastrophe, or somebody's trying to prolong the inevitable. They don't want something to happen here. They're trying to avoid some sort of a big event from coming in for them, okay? Something destructive. Whoever this Queen of Wands in reverse is, now we have the Moon, the Empress and the Knight of Cups. So they could be trying to keep something hidden, or they could be trying to move in the shadows in some sort of way. Let's see what this is about. Why is the Tower in reverse here? We have the Fool and the Hierophant. So someone here could be going towards a Hierophant energy, someone who works in an institution or someone who has a title of some sorts. They're hoping that this stops something from happening, okay? Like they want to stop a tower from coming in their own life is what it feels like, okay? Going towards a Hierophant. Let's see, who's the Queen of Wands reverse? Temperance in reverse, and the Nine of Pentacles. This is someone that is greedy, okay? They would do anything for money. They could be very hot-headed, jealous, insecure. They're very imbalanced. This person is not healed whatsoever, okay? They don't do the necessary healing. So this could be someone that acts out of their fire energy, but in a destructive way, in a controlling way, because of money. Why is the Knight of Cups here? Could have to do with someone asking for help. The Eight of Wands, yeah, sending some sort of energy out. Oh shit, that was way too many. But I see the Two of Cups, so this could have to do with a relationship. Just give me one more, please. A Queen of Swords in reverse and a Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so every feminine energy coming out besides the Empress is in the reverse. So I don't know if this is a friends group or if this is all the same person. This is just generally someone that is catty, critical, could be a bit narcissistic with the Queen of Swords coming out in reverse. They're a liar, manipulative, greedy, ungrounded, bad with money, jealous. Okay, so every kind of personality trait you want to call it, right? It's all in the reverse. So the Empress. So the Empress coming out with the Moon in reverse and the Moon being right next to them is kind of making me feel like the Empress is not part of this clique, or the Empress is someone different. It's like what they're trying to keep in the Moon energy or in the dark is coming out anyways. The Eight of Swords and the, what is that? The Page of Swords. This has to do with some sort of binding. Binding. Interesting. Okay. Why is the Moon here? The Wheel of Fortune. And the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so one thing that's popping out at me here, so we have the Page of Wands and the Star. So I feel like you're the Empress in this situation, and you're coming out as the Star as well. So you're inspirational, you're a role model, you're one of a kind, you're a healer, okay? There's something special about you. But what I find even more interesting is the Empress in this spread is looking at all of these feminine energies in the reverse, okay? So it's like you have your eye on them, you see them, and you know what they're doing, and you're out here bringing something to light. It's like they can't fool you, or they can't put an illusion over you, okay? They're trying to, though, the Moon. They're trying to cause some sort of confusion here or hide something, but you're not confused. You see right through this. But this is what I find interesting, binding. Something about what you say, okay, something about the way you communicate or the things that you say. You could have some sort of a power here when it comes to binding, okay? Because the Moon is coming out with the Wheel of Fortune as well. It's like this is karma. This could have something to do with karma. Something about mastery with the Eight of Pentacles, okay? So you could be a master over something here. And this could have to do with energy work as well, with the Moon being here. Yeah, there's some sort of mastery when it comes to karma, or when it comes to the Wheel of Fortune. Something about the way that the gears move together, the gears of the universe, like, I don't know. This is giving me energy and the way that energy flows. So tell me more about this Tower in the reverse, please. The King of Pentacles. Now, who is this King of Pentacles? Who's trying to avoid something from happening here? Well, I don't know what they're doing, but they're still exposed as a false person, or that's what they're trying to avoid. They don't want to be exposed as a false person. They're taking some sort of action as a Hierophant. So I don't know, this King of Pentacles could be the Hierophant. They could be someone with a title of some sorts. So they're abusing their power here. That's what they're thinking about anyways. Man, so many are coming out. A main male is concerned about how this whole community of people is about to be imprisoned or bound. Or they are bound, or they're tied up in some sort of way. Okay, I feel like this is energetic more than it is like, well, it could be in the 3D as well, but there's something about their energy that is tied up and bound. And no matter what they do, they can't get themselves out of it for some reason. They might not understand how that's possible, okay? Tell me about this Queen of Wands in reverse, or what exactly is this King of Pentacles doing here? The Nine of Wands. They're trying to put up a boundary. They're trying to block something or defend themselves. The truth. This is the truth. The truth about someone's choices has to do with love, coming towards someone in love. Doing things out of love, the truth, the choice of doing things out of love, the intention of love. That's interesting. Why is that coming out? Or there's something here about, so the way that people come at you, okay, they have to come at you in a respectful manner, or the way that they treat you, it has to come from a place of love. Okay, the intention has to be right with something here, their choice. People need to be very careful about the choices that they make around you, okay? There's a way to approach you, and it has to do something with love and consideration, respect and consideration. Yeah, this whole group of people, mice, there's a lot of them, yeah. There's a lot of people here. In this house, mice in the house, a rat in the house, a rat in the kitchen. Rats in the kitchen. Mice in the house, okay? Yeah, and you can see this because you're the Empress, the Moon in reverse. You're not in the illusion. There's no illusion over you whatsoever. And you could be like the only one that sees everything from a bird's eye view, okay? or one of the only people, I should put it that way. Let's say, what else? A mirror, mirroring each other. Introspection. Yeah, this could have to do with some sort of projection as well. You could be dealing with a lot of people that like to project on you, okay? Or they're trying to mirror something that they actually are onto you. Passion. Passion. This could have something to do with fire or your fire energy. Chemistry. Something about being insane, or something about chemistry, chemicals, or this just has to do with your fire energy, okay? Like your temperament, maybe. Yeah, flames, okay, it has to do with fire. And the way that people talk, I like you, okay? So what I'm getting here is that one thing that you don't like is when people talk to you in a manner where you can tell it's projection, okay? Where they're mirroring their own nasty energy onto you. That could be something you are allergic to, okay? Like, don't come over here trying to project something onto me, trying to mirror something onto me, all right? Don't even start in that direction, okay? So, all right, so there's something here they're trying to avoid by projecting. That's not going to work. That's definitely not going to work, okay? Because, look, these people, magician, exactly, the magician. These people need to be very careful with their projections, okay? Because if you're a master of your own energy and you know exactly who you are and you know exactly what you're not, all right? If they try to come at you with a mirror, with some sort of projection where they're trying to mirror something about themselves onto you, all you're going to do is hold up a mirror back to themselves and show them that that is them, okay? They can keep their own energy. That is their energy, not yours. The Empress and the Sun, exactly. You know exactly who you are. You know exactly that you're the Empress. And you're looking at all these people in the reverse talking to you in some sort of way, okay? It's like, no thank you. Three of Cups, all these people. Or all, you know, something about you and your energy, you shine a light on these people in some sort of way, okay? And it could just be the way that they talk in general. They talk to people. They talk to you. They project a lot with the things that they say, okay? That could be something that you pick up on easily now, is people's projections, or how people try to pawn off their own issues onto you, okay? It's like, no, keep your energy. Keep your own energy. Do not bring that over here, all right? So tell me about this Queen of Wands in reverse then. This person is not healed at all. They're not balanced whatsoever. Six of Swords, they're trying to get away with something though. And this has to do with somebody in a relationship with a King of Cups, the Chariot. Okay, so I don't know if this is a Cancer King of Cups and a Page of Cups. Okay, this could have to do with like father and child, because it's coming out King of Cups, Page of Cups. Doesn't have to be though. It's something about a relationship. Tell me about that relationship, please. Not today. Anger. Yeah, all right. So you don't want to deal with this person. You're avoiding this person. You have some sort of anger towards this person, all right? Yeah, you're not overthinking that either. You just know that there's no way to transcend obstacles with narcissists, okay? So you're not even going to go down to their level. Or you know this is a narcissist that just can't change. They're never going to change, so there's no point in overthinking it. But why is this King of Cups here? Because you're not chasing after someone? You refuse to chase after this person? Okay, so you want to know what this is? This is like people trying to play games with you, okay? So they try to get a reaction out of you, because that's usually how these narcissists work, right? Is they try to provoke you, they try to get a reaction out of you, they project on you, they make you responsible for all of their fucking problems, okay? But you're not dealing with that, and you're definitely not going to chase after them either. So why is that coming out here? This King of Cups and all these feminine energies. Because of some sort of leap of faith that they're going to take here. The Fool and Temperance. Or you're already in your new beginning here, okay? So these are people chasing after you, if anything, okay? They just don't want to let you go into your new beginning here. The Chariot comes out again. We have the Devil, Chariot. I mean, this could also just be Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Cancer energy. Yeah, there's people here that are trying to control the way that you move forward. They're trying to control your chariot, the direction that you're going as well. They want control over that, all right? And the way that they're trying to control your chariot from moving forward is by projecting or lying, manipulating, gaslighting. But that's their big mistake right there. See, that is exactly the mistake that they make with their manipulation, because they don't know who they're messing with. They honestly don't know who they're dealing with, because you're coming out as the Empress twice with the Sun and the Moon in reverse, which means that every single time they try and manipulate, all that's going to end up happening is that a mirror is lifted up to them and it gets exposed that it's their own energy that they're trying to project onto you. So all that they're doing really, every single time they do this shit, is they expose themselves. Every time they try to point the finger at you, okay, this is like someone trying to point the finger at you and they're trying to be critical or they're trying to, slander you in some sort of way. What ends up happening is that it gets exposed that they are the ones that are like this. They're literally describing themselves. Most of the time, they're literally describing themselves and their own behavior. And then they're just changing the name from their own name to yours. So it's really not that hard to expose them, because they're literally talking about themselves when they open their mouth, okay? They're just pretending it's you, but it's actually them. So it's actually pretty easy to hold up a mirror to them and show them that it's them that's like this, not you, okay? But exactly, the Wheel of Fortune. And that's their karma, okay? Or their karma is coming, or it's coming back around. Everything that they say about you is about to come back around, okay? So they project this energy out into the universe, and all that's going to happen is going to go U-turn, and then it's going to go straight back to sender. Back to sender, okay? But they haven't caught on to that one yet, all right? That what's important here, behind everything that they say or what they do, everything that's important is the intention. What is their intention? Okay, because you as the Empress, you're picking up on their intention every single time, okay? So it's really not that hard to flip it back around and return it to sender. Yeah, tell me about Queen of Pentacles reverse, Queen of Swords reverse. The Tower and the Five of Wands. These are two feminine energies that really thought that they could come in and start a fight with you. They really thought that they could create drama for you, okay? They thought that you were a competitor. They thought that they could cause a tower in your life. They could bring destruction to your life. They could be competition in some sort of way. That's what they thought. That's what they thought, okay? But you're coming out as the peacock and the star. That is what they thought, baby. They're wrong, all right? A Queen of Pentacles and a Queen of Swords in reverse trying to come for an Empress, thinking that they even have a shot at competing with you. That's what they thought, all right? Fox, they thought that they were so manipulative, okay? They thought that they could scheme you, plot on you, stab you in the back. They could be sneaky like a fox. These are mice. These are a bunch of mice. These are a bunch of rats that got something confused, okay? They thought that they were a fox. They got something really confused here. They got something really confused. Yeah, because Spirit is leading you every step of the way. You are following divine orders, okay? You are following Spirit. Your Spirit guides is telling you exactly where to go. Tree, and you are rooted in this. You are rooted in this. Your roots go way deeper than they even realize, and you're out here trapping them one by one, fish in a trap. All they're doing, they think that they're manipulating you or other people. All they're doing is falling straight in the trap, in the binding trap. You've got these people bound and trapped with energy, with your energy. They're already trapped and bound. And you want to know what they're bound and trapped to? Their own nasty energy. If these people did something, if they actually acted out of love or out of good intention in the world, that energy would go through. It would. If they did good in the world, it would go through. What has been trapped to them and bound to them, how you tied them up, what you tied up, is their nasty energy. So it's stuck to them. They think that they're sending the negative energy out in the universe, actually stuck to them. So imagine they have this aura around them, right? They have their own force field, their electromagnetic field around them. It's tied. It's literally bound. So that means every time they try to project negativity out towards you, it literally traps inside the bubble with them. It doesn't even go out of the force field. The waves don't go anywhere. It's not possible. It's been tied up energetically, okay? And that's what they don't get, is that the only way to change their karma at this point is to start acting out of love and consideration for others. And as long as they don't do that, it's literally trapped to them. It's just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse for them. They are bound to it, okay, because of this. They thought that they could cause a tower in your life. They thought they could compete with you. They're about to see what's coming, really. They're about to all see what's coming to them. Okay, Empress. The Queen of Wands. And the Knight of Pentacles. This has to do with the Queen of Wands making a strategy in some sort of way, being strategic. The Knight of Wands taking action. Taking action. And the Hermit doing something in secret, doing something alone, or finding some sort of inner wisdom. A Queen of Wands taking action. Following inner wisdom. What is that about? Market, okay, so going out, doing something. Going on some sort of an adventure, going out somewhere, having a mission of some sort. What's that about? Change, yeah, going out somewhere, traveling, changing something, making a plan to make change, making a plan to create change in some sort of way. House in reverse and leaving, something about leaving the house, going out, going somewhere new, driving somewhere and leaving the house. Why is that so important? Because this has to do with a soul contract, an agreement that somebody made. This Queen of Wands made an agreement to leave the house, move, change something, because something couldn't evolve to the next phase. They made an agreement with a partner to leave the house and move out, or else something wouldn't be able to evolve to the next phase, okay? The chaser, somebody chasing after them, somebody coming after them, won't leave them alone. Some sort of a plan that they had here with phone messages, something on the phone, calling someone on the phone. What is that about? Because that's what's coming out, some sort of an illusion here. There's no betrayal, there's no heartbreak. Somebody is not scared, nervous, anxious, worried. Somebody's not hurt, betrayed, heartbroken. I feel like that's you, okay? The Knight of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Magician. Why are all these knights coming out, though? We have 4 knights here. The Magician. Wait a minute. 4 knights? Or do we have 4 horses here? We have 4 horses. 4 knights on 4 horses. And the magician? Binding people. Okay. What is that about? The Sun and the 6 of Wands. This is some sort of truth and clarity coming out about your victory, the victory you had over your own sadness and grief, the Magician. You could have mastered something here, okay, in the past. I feel like this is past energy. The Wheel of Karma, the Wheel of Fate. The truth over your victory, the victory over your sadness has to do with the Magician. This could be energy work, okay? This could be some sort of manifestation power that you have. The ability to bind people, bad people, okay? Bad people that do bad things, that have a lot of projections, that are very negative, okay? That do not operate out of love, that do not have good intentions towards others. So why is that important? Because something was not about death. The Grim Reaper in reverse. Something was not about death. This is like saying that you send death to people, but you don't. Okay, working with deities of the underworld is not the same thing as sending death to people. Okay, only the divine decides who deserves what punishment. Okay, you do not dish out punishments to people. You give that over to God. God chooses the punishment. Okay. Something was not about death here. This has to do with some sort of triggers, turmoil, resentment, and lessons. Yeah, some people just need to be taught a lesson maybe, okay? But again, whatever lesson needs to be learned, that is the divine. The divine decides. Okay, God decides what punishment people receive, what lesson that they're going to learn. You don't hand out those lessons and you don't hand out the punishment. That's not what energy work is, okay? Yeah, this could just have something to do with the way that you use your energy, all right? You could just be a channel for something. It has to do with something that you said or something that was said and communicated. Something that was said and communicated. Okay, what's that about? That there's many options, decisions. Keys on a ring. Multiple options, multiple people, multiple decisions. Yeah, this is like when you're in some sort of a prayer or you're in some sort of a meditation or you're doing some sort of energy work if you do that. The divine decides. At the end of the day, the divine decides the punishment. Okay, you don't. This does not have anything to do with jealousy. None of this had to do with feeling insecure, jealousy. None of this has to do with revenge. This is not revenge. This has nothing to do with death either, okay? The Sun, this is the truth about victory over sadness, okay? Or your mastery. You're actually a master at something which deserves its own respect. And this has nothing to do with death or jealousy. None of that. Like if you're a master magician, okay, because I'm just getting that here for some reason, all right? Or if you're a master of the craft in some sort of way, or you do energy work, you know full well what you're allowed to do, what you're not allowed to do, okay? What is fair, what is justice, and what is revenge? You know exactly the difference between those two, and you don't step outside the lines. Okay, so why is the moon here? Because I really feel like it has something to do with the moon or the moon cycles or the full moon. or something about energy work. The Five of Swords, somebody tried to manipulate something here. The Tower, and this Tower is coming crashing down, or this has to do with their manipulation, right? The Tower. So you have the power to destroy things, and what you destroy is people's manipulation, their backstabbing, conniving ways, okay? The way that they project on people, the lies that they tell. What you destroy is things that are built on lies, okay? People that are gaslighting you or gaslighting others, that are lying to people, that are doing underhanded, backhanded things, okay? That are causing havoc and chaos. You destroy those things. That's what you destroy, is people's lies, okay? And their falsehoods and their manipulation. That is what you destroy. And you are a master at this, all right? You are a freaking master at this. This is your calling, okay? If I can put it that way. Destroying people's evil is your calling, man. And you are a master at that. Don't get it twisted. The Magician. You are a master magician. You are. And the reason why you're a master magician is because of what you're destroying out here. And it has to do with, like I said, people's bad sides, okay? The bad side, the manipulation, the lies. That's what you're destroying out here. You're a master magician. You are. And you don't, again, one important integral rule of being a master magician, and that's why you're here with the Eight of Pentacles, is that you know exactly that you are not the one deciding people's karma. The divine decides people's karma, but you have definitely the right to enact and set it into motion. You definitely have the right to destroy the manipulation and set their karma into motion, yes. Okay, and if you are a master magician, then you know that that energy is just flowing through you. That's it. Where it ends up going and what ends up happening to someone is out of your hands, out of your control at that point. That is all the divine, okay? The Sun in reverse. Yeah, everything that people don't want people to see, or what they're trying to stop people from seeing, what they don't want to come to light, you bring all that stuff up from down there. Everything comes up to light. No secrets, okay? Nothing stays hidden forever around you. The Page of Swords, or the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. Something about 4 horses, or 4 knights on horses. I don't know what the hell that's about, okay? But yeah, somebody could have tried sending the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse to you, okay? Because it keeps coming out with these 4 horses and these 4 knights. So somebody could have tried sending that to you. All right, for some reason I'm getting that. Strengths. Yeah, something about your strengths, okay? You could work with some extremely strong deities or some extremely strong powers, all right? You could be working with extremely strong powers, and you are a master over this, okay? Nothing is a master over you. Or something about your strength, I don't know. The Eight of Cups. Yeah, you know when to walk away and you know when to unleash on someone, all right? You know when to walk away from something. You have a lot of self-control, okay, which you need. If you are a master magician, you need a lot of self-control. The King of Swords. I don't know who the King of Swords is, okay. All right, closing words for this, please. The Three of Swords. Yeah, something could come from, look, whatever you do and whatever you've been doing here, okay, you could be practicing something for a very long time now. The pain and the betrayal, or the pain and the heartbreak that comes from people's deception, their lies, their thievery, sneaking around, being manipulative and deceptive, that is where the power comes from, okay? Yeah. The Nine of Swords, overthinking, anxiety, stress, worrying. The Hanged Man, yeah, their punishment, People's punishment in life is that they get back exactly what they put out. That is their punishment. That's always going to be the punishment, is that you receive the same exact thing that you put out. So if these people put out negative intention, all that they get back is return to sender. They get that shit straight back to them. So you're not sending them anything that they didn't already put out themselves. You got to understand, okay? You're not out here randomly attacking people that didn't do anything, okay? These are people that started the fight with you. Where's the Five of Wands? I put it back. These are people that started a fight with you. They came for you. They decided to make you their competition. They started the war. They started the war. So all that they're getting back as a punishment is what they put out, okay? You're not out here just cursing people randomly. That's not what you're into at all either anyways, okay? Anything that you do as a master magician is destroy people's manipulation that they send out into the universe. If you are out here binding people or binding people's energy, then it is the people that are being manipulative, deceptive, conniving, and criminal. And all that you're binding to them is their own nasty energy, so that instead of it going out into the universe and coming back to them, it literally doesn't go anywhere at all. It literally just sticks right into their own fields. It gets stuck there. It's stuck to them. They can't do anything about it. Okay, so that's what's going on here. And again, it's like, you know that all you have to do is give it to the divine. All you have to do is say, God, you know what they deserve. You know what lesson they need to learn. You know what punishment is fit. As a master magician, you're not going to be the one dishing out the punishments. That is going to come to them in their own karma, okay? You don't even have to do something like that, all right? Yeah, karma is a force of its own. Karma does its own job. Karma does its own job. You don't even have to curse people. You don't even have to wish them bad things to happen, because karma does its own job for you. Karma does its own job. Believe that. Everything that they put out, it will come back to them. Okay? Karma does its own job. And you are a master of this. You have mastered this. So something about that. All right? The peacock in reverse. Why is that coming out in reverse? The tower. Destruction. Exactly. What is being destroyed? Thievery, manipulation, lies, games, the games that they've been playing, okay, the negative energy that they've been projecting out, the projections at you, things that they've been saying, the slander, that's what's being destroyed right now. Okay, it's being destroyed energetically. It is. And this has something to do with the past as well. Yeah, this could be some sort of energy work that was done in the past, okay? I don't know. Energy work from the past. Three of Wands in reverse. These people can't see. Yeah, it could have to do with these people not being able to see the future. They have no idea what's coming, okay? Their ships are not coming in, or they don't get the future that they think that they're going to get, all right? The Four of Swords, the Seven of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. Yeah, this has something to do with what you dish out, okay, really. The Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, your strategy here, the things that you say, or the fact that you are only defending yourself. Everything that you do is done in self-defense. Okay, so it's the principle of you don't come for people that don't come for you. But I feel like anybody that tries to come for you and anyone tries to start a fight with you, start drama with you, that was a bad idea, okay? Because you don't come for people that don't deserve it. You don't come for people that don't start anything with you. Like, I feel like you're a very peaceful person. Four of Swords. You're like, let me think about this for a second, all right? Let me think about this for a second, okay? Because I didn't do anything to you. So, you know, you're coming at me here and you're trying to block me here, and I didn't do anything to you. And you're projecting all this shit at me. Bad idea, okay? Bad idea. And again, I'm saying that has nothing to do with cursing someone. You're not going to sit there and curse them. All you're going to do is say, look, universe, this person seems to have a problem. And it's not me, because I didn't do anything to them, okay? So looks like they're going to need to learn some sort of a lesson, but God, you know what that lesson is. I give that over to you. It's time for them, you know, if there is karma coming, unleash it. All right, let's destroy the manipulation once and for all. That's all it is. That's really all it is. Okay. Yeah, so I think I'm going to leave it there, guys. All right, I hope this helps, and until next time, bye.